Hi, Dina. I'm going to give you a couple of extra options here. Something you may consider now. If you've already converted your AVI to MP4, you know what? You can take one further step and convert that MP4 to OGV. Or is it OGG? I'll tell you. We'll figure that out in a second. Basically, what this means is web browsers, current web browsers using HTML5 can display video on the page using one of the two formats, MP4 or OGV. If you're going to use AVI or MPEG, then there's a whole other host of problems that go along with that, right? So that's why I was wondering how it was being embedded into your page. So what happens here is, yes, I've right-clicked and downloaded. It works perfectly. The problem is just when you have a link to a video file itself and you click it, the server is going to take it basically to the default page. That's what's going to happen. So I'm not sure why it's doing that, but I was going to give you another option as well anyways. You've got your download. You can also embed the video into the page here as well. Maybe put it, above to download this video, then this information below. But I'm just going to go to a page here and to the W3 Schools and explain what happens there. Here's a video, and we click play and it works. And this is going to work in all browsers and mobile devices. But how the video is embedded, let me show you. What we have here is we have an MP4 file and an OGG file. So basically you can take your MP4 and you can convert it to OGG. And a quick Google search, you'll find all sorts of MP4 to OGG conversion sites. I've just picked this one, Cloud Convert. You select your file, start the conversion, it creates the OGG file for you. So in a nutshell, you would put this file on the server wherever you want to put it, and you put this file on the server wherever you want to put it, and you just wrap this little snippet of code right here, and obviously make sure the path to the video works, is correct, and you can set the width to however wide you want the video to be right there. And if you just put this little snippet of code in your page, then it will play a video like this here, right? Boom, there we go. But like I said, the reason why working with video can be a real nightmare is because A, your server has to be set for it, and B, you have to have multiple formats that work in current web browsers. AVI and MPEG, MPG, unless you have a video player, will not work. Now there's places you can go get video players, but then it gets even more befuddled and confusing. But from what I've seen in what you have on your site right here, we have a video called Perfect No Affirm MP4. You could take that video, convert it to an OGG, put it into the same folder, because that's where your href is, so it's in the same folder as where the page resides, which is right here. By the looks of it, it's the root folder of the site. So just put your two videos in there, and then you could use this little snippet of code here, and you would be able to have the video in the page, or then you can also have the to download goes here. Now why this goes to the home page, I don't know, because it's an MP4 file, and I think when you click on a file that the browser can't play, in other words, my browser can't play this file, right? Because it's an actual MP4 file and I'm not set up to play it. Some browsers are. If you actually click this, like in Chrome, I think if I click this, it will actually play the video itself in a sort of separate tab or new window. So each browser handles this sort of file type differently, and in this case I think you're just going back to your default page, but you may want to, like I said, pop the video in here as well, and then probably as many people won't be downloading the video anyways. But your instructions are perfectly clear. It's just if somebody doesn't right click, then the problem happens. But I don't know how to control, I'm not sure how you could control that. You may actually have to contact your host about that one as well, if it's a big concern. But you may be able to alleviate that concern by popping in the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link to this page here, to the W3 Schools, right? And then you can just hit the try yourself, and then you can just copy that snippet of code, which would be this right here. You could paste that into your page, modify the links here, and then the size of the video, and I think that would do the trick.